we talked about earlier the amount of duelist players that we have over here on 6-7, and then Chamber is kind of not as heavy on the util as some of the other Sentinels. So I think that they have a very kind of brawly comp. Once they use that first recon and once they use that Omen blind, like they're not going to have a ton of utility to clear back space, to work back the map. So I think that starting on the attack like this, they're going to kind of play more brawly, going to kind of play like, okay, let's just like hit and let's go. And I do remember Wicked is a Sky main, right? Wicked played a lot of Sky.
That is true. That is true.
So we do have a experienced Sky on the side of Aura Farmers. So I think this will be a great match. I think coming out of 6-7, we're going to see that brawly play style coming out of Aura Farmers. Like you said, we're going to see more structured, more kind of defaults, slower play with the double initiator, just because you have that more util. And now here we go. We're getting into the pistol round. Looking like 6-7 wants to lean towards 4A main here.
Yeah, just, an early A control, looking for some brawls as Zebsept is going to find the first on the DD Blast, a really early sight smoke coming down from Heartache here. Rotates are going to have to come in pretty quick, but it looks like the sight hit's going to come first. Zebsept dashes into the smoke and finds a second onto Heartache. Back sight now, Flood finds a third onto Brayden. Opening up this match pretty strong here as the plant's going to come down.
And then, getting 3, you're going to want to keep pushing, look for that ace. But wow, what a complete domination of the A side here from the Jet on 6-7 side. Kazi's left in a 1v4, gets flanked, gets killed from sight, and just absolutely destroyed. No chance of retaking that sight in the man advantage.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
And wow, completely opening up the map, opening up the tournament series. Zebsept making a name for themselves already. Pretty big out there.
And we were talking about how we don't know a lot about this player. We haven't really seen them play as much, but wow, coming out with a 3K, just destroying everyone on site, getting a double, even triple entry onto site, and picking that Sova off of like the first second. Just smoked the cross, wide swung, killed Sova instantly. Like after that, what are you even supposed to do if you're trying to anchor?
100%, and it looks like just kind of a rinse and repeat out. Don't fix it if it ain't broke. It's creeping up towards A, but the gamble stack out from Aura Farmers.
We got a stack here with the classics.
They are on the right side. DD Blaster close with the shorty is not going to be spotted out by the Boombot quite yet. But it does
check Oats
pause.
Over here walking up C long and not getting anything. She's probably going to call the team for a rotate. She's all the way up. I doubt that she turns back now. She's clearing everything. And you can kind of see how Ray's over here on 6-7 is kind of looking already to go back to flank right now. Oats is fully up C, and you see the rest of the team coming back now, shifting out, kind of aware, okay, yeah, there's something fishy going on here. We should not be able to get in C. If we're in C, that probably means they're all A. So we talked about how they might play a more brawly thing, but already we see in the second round that they're playing a little bit more disciplined than we had assumed. Oats just walking up with the chamber dig and then taking all that space, calling the team back. Like, that's a very smart play.
Yeah, super disciplined out from 6-7 early into this map. Recognizing that there could be a gamble stack. Oats did a great job finding all that space as the plant will come down now. It will be a 5v5 retake, but with the upgraded weaponry on the side of 6-7, first pick going the way of Bloodhound.
We're trying to retake this site with shorties and classics. Like, honestly, there might be a die to bomb angle, but if we're giving Omen the orbs, I'm okay with that. Bro's got the outlaw. He's gonna farm up that into the shadows. It's fine. Yeah, but it looks like we do want to see here from the defense a bit of a save. But we have Race flanking through garage, gets one. And what are you even supposed to do?
For an exit on the Oats, but Oats finds a shot as well. It looks like they're going to clean up this eco round. A flawless round out from 6-7. 2 on the board
and
now.
no orbs withheld from the team of 6-7. They were able to kill all 5 players and get the bomb plant. So already working towards some of those ultimates on the attacking side. And what a great start over here from 6-7.
Yeah, definitely. I think this attack half is going to be ultra important for 6-7 here. Their comp seems to be a little more attack-sided compared to Aura Farmers, and so, they really need to continue this momentum, and they're going to have a pretty strong buy coming into this bonus round.
Yeah, they didn't lose a single gun last round, so they still have that outlaw, still have a judge, and it looks like they kind of maybe just want to do a tried and true C-slam here. We already got that dart that's going to come in. Everyone's scaling up long. Kazi's going to have to do a little 1v5 on site here. Got the double dash in. What are you supposed to do? Getting killed from all sides. The defenders They do come and get one back, making it into a 4v4 for this retake. So not terrible over here for the defense. We talked about the guns, so they're going to have an outlaw and a judge trying to hold this site against the retake. But Wicked is going to give up pick up early, put them into man disadvantage for this retake.
Blaster looking, finds one in tandem with Heartache. Now suddenly it's a 3v2. Heartache with a third, looking for more. Overheal comes in, it's all left alone onto Weekday. Has to 1v3 here, but he won't find it as finally Aura Farmers find their way onto the board.
Yeah, and that was great picks out of Garage. We weren't able to see a lot of it, but it looks like Heartache was just taking 1v1s from the Garage side as her teammates were sort of fighting from CT. So after winning that first one, she kind of had some nice shots on the next two as they were kind of preoccupied trying to reswing. So I think that was a great play out of Garage because they were in a 3v4 at that time. So her getting those picks back for Aura Farmers was super good, and it was looking like it was going to be a good round for 6-7. I mean, 3v4 retake, they have all the site control, but just over peeking into Garage there kind of was their downfall.
Yeah, 100%. I think, you know, it was a great opener out, the site anchor taking down, but the smoke did not come in quite in time into CT, and so they were able to get some spam back out in an instant trade that opener pick.
And that's that double dash, like that Raze and that Jet, they're both able to make space. Raze was satcheling back site, Jet was dashing top site. And as a site anchor, you can't do anything about that. Early drone here from DD Blaster.
Yeah, gonna spot out a couple of players towards front B as Wicked finds some contact as well. But look, Brayden has creeped all the way up. He's taken all of this A space on his lonesome. So all of these players here for Aura Farmers can kind of congregate towards the C and B side of the map. A lot of info given out early into this round.
Yeah, and that kind of goes back to what we were talking about. So you see they're kind of forced to go into Garage because they don't have that utility to take that A space or to retake it. And we're going to get this split coming out. There is 3 defenders in CT, but they opt to not hold the site. Brayden, he comes through with that flank. He pushes A, gets the controller player down from 6-7.
Yeah, no smokes for this post plan. That's going to be pretty crucial here. The site smoke does come down for Aura Farmers as they begin this 5v4 retake. Dog through Garage is going to spot out a few. DD Blaster looking for one, but Zebsep finds 2 picks into the CT. Wicked with the trade finally onto O's, but Zebsep with another, a third on the round. Brayden all alone.
Brayden's a little bit late on this flank. Yeah, all of his teammates died before he was able to peek out. So a little bit of a fumble there from Aura Farmers. Brayden was able to get that first pick, and Zexep again with another 3K, second 3K of the game. Definitely getting off to a hot start here from the attack Jet, and that's what you need. Like if you have these people playing, they're playing their comfort agents, they're playing this double duelist. Your duelist needs to be killing people, and Zexep has been proving that he can.
100%, and you know, like we talked about, I have a bit of an unknown variable coming into this tournament thus far, but certainly establishing themselves as a threat early on, just 4 rounds into this tournament. Forcing Aura Farmers down to an eco now. It looks like
we're seeing kind of the same things. So see, like the Aura Farmers made some A space. Brayden's trying to walk up again. Bloodhound's trying to be more wary of it, but loses to the Sheriff. That's got to be tough. Kazzy's trying to make something happen with the Classic, and he does. Gets another dink as well before he gets traded. Another 4v3 for the defenders. Keep in mind they have lost 2 4v3s already so far on these C retakes. So we'll see if they've learned from their mistakes. It looks like they're going to go up into Garage. Heartache gets one with that Phantom that she was able to pick up. Froggy and Oath are going to cut it on the 2v4 here, and they both fall on site.
Completely cleaned up.
Eco round.
Wow, and I mean, I guess again, Brayden took that A space by himself, found a kill with his Sheriff onto a rifle there.
Yeah.
That completely opened up the round. That gun passed onto Heartache. She found one with her Phantom as well. And suddenly, a round that should have been secure, should have been locked up, completely fell out of 6-7's hands.
And that looked like the best round that Aura Farmers have had. I mean, it was an eco, but they took that space off rip. Again, 6-7 not making any aim noise, so giving Brayden that opportunity to walk up. And that's something that they're going to have to definitely think about going into the future, because if they keep letting him get all of that space, it's going to be super bad for their game plan. But it looks like they're kind of grouping towards A. They realize that, okay, we kind of need to start with taking A main control. We need to push these guys out so they don't have all this info from Elon.
Yeah,
and Brayden with the iron, buddy.
Get out of my way.
Big brawl coming out towards A, I believe, at the beginning of this round. Op was purchased by Oats over towards C, finding some contact. As Brayden goes
nice
1-for-1 with Weekday
Bloodhound again. Bloodhound again gets first picked.
No smokes for 6-7, but they're going to accelerate it anyway. Kill out from Wicked onto Zepsep, shut down again. Sky Flash finds another shot out on Wilkes, traded out by Froggy. He's gonna pop his ultimate here. He's gonna look to find one. Can't find one in the smoke. Killed himself.
I was like, he turned around and shot his own teammate running up short because he heard those footsteps coming in from behind him, and that is a little bit tough. But coming into that round, Brayden still with the confidence. We talked about it, right? With that confidence to just fight. We talked about how he's a great individual player. Swings off rip, and you can see that there was no smokes coming into this A hit because our Omen was insta-dead in a lobby. And then after that, it kind of just fell apart. They weren't able to clear sight. We're trying to get Jet to updraft, but Wicked, of course, with that quick rotate to backside, able to help Demantle. And that was a great defense round from Aura Farmers. It looks like 6-7 kind of wants to go back into what was working a little bit earlier in the half. We're on Eagles this round, and it looks like we want to just do a C-slam.
Yeah, fast C hit, deciding that they don't want to challenge Brayden again on that A line. And Kazi this time on the anchor does find the opener onto Weekday. Finds a second on his
With a second and a third.
Finally shuts him down, but Heartache finds one of her own, cancels the Omen ult, and Bloodhound completely lost outside of this round completely, with just the Stinger has to do it all.
And one thing I will note from that round, we talked about how Heartache just closed it out. Stinger, Dink's not going to do anything. So Kazi's playing backside, right? And the round that they were not able to hold C, there was no rotates. But you could see that the Clove came, that smoke was perfectly timed, and the Clove came supported from CT, allowing Kazi to just worry about this left side. And honestly, this guy came pop flash out of garage. Wicked came to support as well. He did end up flashing Kazi backside, and then Kazi got swung and died to Wilkes. But it was a great team play. I know that Kazi got 3 kills. Great job for Kazi to hold down the site. But a lot of that was because of those rotates coming in and watching the other angles for him, so he could just focus on his side.
Yeah, and Aura Farmers have kind of taken full control of the map at this point. They've rung off, I believe, 3 in a row and 4 of the last 5 rounds now. As all 6-7 has really been able to do is get the plant down. They haven't been able to execute on these post plants as Brayden finds another opener onto Oates over towards the A site. And again, the bomb will go down. They got
so many ults here. They got so many ults. KJ ult and Sky ult. All 6-7 has is a Sova ult. We'll see if they'll be able to use it from sight. But it looks like this retake is just going to come right off bomb plant. And I see that Sova ult coming in.
Bloodhound finds one late onto Kazi and Garage, but these players are forced to back up as Heartache. She finds another onto the round. The fuse is going to be coming down. And Bloodhound alone again is not going to be able to find one, but that's all he'll get as a 5th round on the board for the Aura Farmers.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see in that round. So Aura Farmers wanted to retake with that KJL, and 6-7, unfortunately, they had Sova planting when he already had ult. So he came into the site, had to plant, that KJL went down, and he had to start ulting just from the middle of C-Long. If you look at the map on the replay, he was stuck in C-Long because he was just ulting from there to try to break the KJL. But his team died so quickly that he had to cancel his ult as they were swinging him, and then he wasn't even able to break the KJL, so now Bloodhound has to sit outside the radius. So great round for Aura Farmers on the retake. It was unfortunate from 6-7 that Sova was left with the bomb.
Jet smoke across the A lobby side this time, but Weekday is going to get spotted out and legged by that operator early, who Brayden repositions immediately on top of short. Following behind this drone is posted on another line, and so 6-7, if they do try and advance towards this A site still, they will be running into an op reposition. Although Heartache does find the opener on the Zeb. That's a great timing swing there.
Yeah, and you can see that it honestly looks like 6-7 is just a little bit unsure of what they need to do. We talked about how they don't have as much info to clear the map, so they're trying to walk up mid a little bit. They're trying to get up in this A space, but they're not really able to take that much meaningful space just because of that lack of util. They're not able to push this op. They push the op off one line, and he's able to get on another line, which is a great reposition for Brayden. But it's just super hard for them to take any meaningful space on A with just the Sova and with that dart, with that new dart delay.
100%, and the regroup is going to come in over towards C. Turret going to spot that info out. It's going to start causing some rotates. And the smoke comes down pretty early too. They do collect the orb and decide, no, we're not going to hit this site right now. We're going to calmly back away. And the rotates are coming pretty quickly here as the smoke's
30
maybe
seconds
committing
left.
to a bit of a fake here. Look, the A bomb site is being evacuated, but no, DD Blaster seems to be a little aware of the fact that this all could be fake noise. He's going to be alone. He's going to have to find a lot of value. He starts to hear them.
This might honestly be Bloodhound's only smoke, so Brayden's able to be on that QC line, and there's that first pick from him. And DD Blaster with a close left angle with the swing off that and just absolutely destroyed as they come onto site.
Hand in hand, we talked about the Shaq and Kobe. Perhaps we were wrong about who was Shaq and who was Kobe, as Demantle and Brayden go tandem 1-for-1 there.
Absolutely locking this A site down.
Yeah, just a great setup there, right? You talked about the op being able to stay on that line because of only one smoke being available, and DD Blaster not getting scanned out before the site hit comes is able to find 3 onto that round.
Yeah, really good hold. The eco rounds can get a little bit silly, so good to see that Aura Farmers was able to shut
Are
that
they
eco
asleep?
down and not let them get any momentum off of it. And now we see Braden's gonna go reposition to the short line with the off. He normally has been playing long, so we'll see if this tries to catch Bloodhound off. But finally, Bloodhound wins that first fight with that quick TP across, and it might just be a speed up A angle here. But we do have 3 players from the Aura Farmers that are gonna flood back site.
Yeah, Zepsep dashes in here, looking to find the one in hell, does find it, but meanwhile, Heartache found one of her own through the smoke. They still have control of the site. They have to clear short out before the bomb can go down. Kazi does find contact on the lurker as well as Wilkes and Oates each find one, but Heartache finds 2. It's just not quite enough.
Yeah, a bit of a Heartache was trying to be a hero there. Good play to double up with your teammate there in short, but they were unfortunately able to clear all of them out. And I just want to highlight Heartache, 14-5 right now. We talked about how she competes in GC, how she does have some of that competitive experience in her background, and she's been having a great game so far.
Yeah, and finally 6-7 gets another round on the board on their attack half there. I believe it was a string of 4 rounds in a row for Aura Farmers, so probably feels good to feel like you could still win some rounds here, you know, keep the half close, that potential for a 6-6 coming in. The defender op now posted onto the C side, while the A slam does seem to be coming in from 6-7.
Yeah, they put that Aura Farmers put that KJ over here towards A, kind of have a little bit more holding power, a little bit more stopping power on the A site. But it looks like 6-7 kind of want to feel this out. Kazi with a swing does get Zexet, but gets traded out. That is one of their main entries. So we're gonna see the flying judge here against Heartache with the Clover.
Oh my god, he stole the gun!
Still holding it down.
The dog coming through doesn't find any info yet. It's a 2v3, but Heartache has to come in with a classic only. As Wicked does find the backside, timing out, finds the shot, and suddenly Oates left alone in this 1v2. A full minute to play, but the bomb is down towards long.
Yeah, and a lot of that Sky util hasn't turned out. We use the dog, we use the flash, so it's going to just be a double hold, one from heaven, one from backside. Oates is going to... God, this is a really tough situation to be in. She has to swing, kill one, and TP out. It looks
like...
Does she
know about the op posted on heaven? She seems to be considering it.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. She's going to have a really good swing. Honestly, she needs Braden to miss from heaven here.
Yeah, I mean, this crossfire is going to be the break. It finds the dink, but it's not enough. As
inks him through the wall. What a shot, though. What an actual shot through the wall. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
nice try.
Weekday did so much into that round. He came flying in with the judge and found the kill onto the Clove, picked up the Clove's gun, and so Heartache had to refight through with just the classic. Ran out of bullets and still found the shots onto Heartache once again, but it just wasn't enough. There weren't any good trades coming out from 6-7.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Froggy was literally doing God's work over there in hell, no pun intended. But yeah, with that 3K, it was just really hard.
You want to play? Let's play.
For that retake, but somehow all of the kills went back into the Aura Farmers direction. So good, really good half this round. We're gonna go into the last one of the half. It looks like we want to do another C hit, and Aura Farmers are playing that retake once again. 3 CT. They're gonna clear out, looking for that Omen ult, but it is backside C. Braden gets another pick on this lurk. We cannot let this happen.
Oh, bad
the smoke is bad. Kazi's able to peek above and kill the bomb plant. Zexep gonna get one for his troubles. Bloodhound replies again against Wicked. We're gonna see a Sova ult coming through, not getting any kills, and somehow we're in a 3v3 here.
Yeah, and Knives going to be popped from Zebsep. There is the showstopper out from Weekday. That could be a big difference maker late into this round here. Although they seem to be considering Clink. All 3 players grouped up to CT. Braden finds the opener. It's going to cause the showstopper to come out as Zebsep finds one onto DD Blaster. Showstopper found nothing as Heartache finds 1 and 2 from Garage. Is going to close out the round and the half. An 8th round for Aura Farmers. That's exactly what they wanted out from this defense on Haze.
Yeah, in that 2v2, I mean, the players that we've been highlighting, Braden and Heartache, both able to get their kills there. That showstopper came out, but you're playing against the Jet. We saw Braden just updraft right over where the showstopper would have gone with his knives. And of course, that first pick over there in a lobby. But very good effort from 6-7 in that round. Heartache again from Garage, like that's definitely her angle. 17-7, Braden 10-5. Both of these players having absolute heater games, absolute hero moments from both of them. Now going on to the attack side, pushing 6-7 off of what we thought was going to be their better side. We're going to have to wait and see, but we did talk about that double duelist having a lot of potential on the attack side. All we have is a chamber holding down C. And it seems like they've kind of realized this. Aura Farmers are thinking, okay, well, if it's just Chamber C, like, why? Maybe we could just go C.
Yeah, keep it simple, keep it controlled. controlled as Oates does find the opener onto Brayden, playing that off angle on plat, breaks the Sova Dart, TPs to backside. The Flood is here from Weekday as well, so it's going to deter Aura Farmers from hitting the site just quite yet. They're going to have to reset and re-explore some map space.
Yeah, and kind of like we talked about with Brayden, like look at all these players walking down. When you have a comp like this with only Sova as your info, you kind of have to make plays like this. So we see Bloodhound all the way into window here. We see we see Sova over here from 6-7 all the way walked up.
Oh, he turned around for the grass player, and Hardik finds the backstab.
Worst timing.
Dink as well as Zebsep does put down Wicked, but these players tagged up on the side of 6-7. DD Blaster's gonna go down. Wilkes with the trade, but DD Blaster finds a second, and suddenly we're in a 2v2. It's gonna give him the A bomb site. Sheriff collected. Bomb will be planted here, I believe, but Weekday, he's ahead of the timing.
Yeah, he's gonna get onto site.
Do they consider him
and
a
it
tap?
might give false info.
Last player standing.
Finds the first on the Kazi, and DD Blaster has to do it all. I think he's on for a 4K to close out this round if he wants to find the pistol round.
One enemy remaining.
Finds the shot
Nice
through the
shot!
walls.
Left.
Is he expecting the flank?
It doesn't look like he's considering it. Oates walking out on this timing. Back turn, gonna find the kill. Cleans
Yeah,
out the
that.
pistol round.
I saw a world. I actually saw a world. That was a great shot onto Froggy on site, and it was interesting. So DD Blaster was able to make it onto site, and he cleared back site, but it was false info because Froggy was sitting on the other side of the box. So able to kill Kazi for free coming on the site there, and good job in the 1v1 from Oates with that flank. Also this C hold. We did say it might be free, but with the Rays playing Garage, we saw that Oates was able to get that first pick onto the entry. I mean, that shot again. We saw Oates was able to get the first pick onto the C entry. The smoke came through, and Froggy was able to nade the Garage to stop the rest of the push. So this, and then we see again, the nade is stopping the attackers in their tracks here.
Bloodhound finds one with the Outlaw once more, but gets traded out by Wicked, and it's going to pop open the C bomb site. Wilkes does find the lurk on the Kazi, and a partial buy came out here from Aura Farmers, deciding with the Stinger coming in, the Ghost as well. Hardik finds one. Wicked with a shot onto Zebsep. It's 2v2, and Weekday is 1 HP here. With the Bulldog.
One enemy remaining.
You can find one. Oates does find the shot with the Outlaw. Suddenly it's a 2v1, but again,
but it is Hardik.
HP. And we've seen Hardik in these moments be very strong thus far. Repositions in the Garage. Tap onto the spike. Full stick coming in so far from Froggy. Oates looking for the shot, doesn't find it. 1v1. Bomb is halved. Satchel gonna come in trying to deny that walk up. Does find
good Satchel. Good Satchel.
Great job by Weekday there. Throws the Satchel, comes off the spike on the contact, pops the Satchel. It's going to break the crosshair from Hardik, and she just isn't able to come up with that 1v2. A scary anti-eco out. I believe it was a partial buy.
Close round.
Very close round.
Yeah, we saw Brayden had a Stinger. We had a Ghost and a Deagle. I think that was all that was bought. So they're still able to get rifles into this round. But what a close round. I mean, Hardik definitely had a chance there. That was a great Satchel from Weekday from Froggy. Like, look at that. That was really good timing. Great play out of him.
Yeah, it's going to make this bonus round a little difficult for 6-7, I believe. A couple of Outlaws going to be purchased. Oates is very comfortable on this weapon, so she's going to look for a first pick towards A, and she's going to get a lot of contact pretty early as all 5 members of Aura Farmers are there. But Brayden, he opens up the round. Going to get traded out by Oates.
About a Stinger last round. And look at this Jet from the side of 6-7 walked all the way up. I believe that's Surfcept. He's walked all the way up, and I think going to call the team to play retake because of this flank. He's able to smoke that turret. Kazi gets one through the smoke. Yeah, bro.
Unfortunate there, and the timing spotted out. Zebsep gonna get flashed out by this guy, but finds the pick full blind. 1 HP here, looking for more. Get traded out by Hardik, and suddenly it's just Oates in the 1v3. She's not gonna be able to do it. A 9th round on the board and a cleaned up anti-bonus for Aura Farmers.
Yeah, and Kazi was able to get 3K in that round. Really good round out of him. I mean, that first kill just gets someone through the smoke, and it was such a good play from Surfcept. Smoked the I mean, I can't believe that he killed him full blind, but he smoked the KJ turret, but somehow Wicked was kind of aware of him. Like he still kind of had that timing that someone could be flanking, so that was a great clear from Wicked. He didn't end up getting the kill, but that was really good heads up.
Yeah, maybe recognizing that the site smokes had come down, but there were no players on the site, that call for the retake had come in, and maybe it was being called by somebody on the flank. Kind of a spider sense out there from Wicked, secured that round there.
Not 100%. And now we're seeing a little bit what we talked about, Aura Farmers playing that slower workspace, work map space kind of play style like you're saying from the mantle. Brayden's going to get a fight here, break that alarm bot, take out some of their passive info front B, and then looks like a reset coming in here from the attack.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the classic Haven attack default, right? You work some mid-space, drone in towards garage, break whatever utility might be here, come re-clear the A space. But in that time, Bloodhound has taken his timing all the way through A. Oh, but the picks go the way of Aura Farmers.
Matter, yeah.
Cracked open the site. Wilkes does find a desperate trade there as Bloodhound. He's going to be pretty quick on this flank as the plant goes down. He hasn't been noted yet.
Spike planted.
Kazi shuts down Zepsept, and it's a 2v4. I don't know how much impact Bloodhound's really going to have at this
Last
point.
player standing.
Yeah, and Heartache is aware at that point, just holding it, going to leave Wilkes in his 1v4, and not even able to get one first troubles, and that puts Aura Farmers onto 10, onto double digits. And this is a hard position. I mean, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to press tab and see if 6-7 is going to be able to get a buy into this next round, or
Yeah,
if they might be pushed down to an eco. Yeah, it's going to be a tough spot for 6-7 to be in.
Yeah, and I mean, Bloodhound had a great timing through A, but just chose to wrap all the way around to C. At the same time, those picks came through for Aura Farmers, gave them the go-ahead to speed up. It just wasn't quite there. That window of opportunity closed a little too quickly for him, and he just wasn't able to find any impact on that round.
Yeah, no, 100%. It was a good idea pushing through A there, but it ended up not mattering in the end. It looks like we're going to see the slow A again. Brayden's going to be taking a fight over here long. And they're going to get this space relatively for free. I mean, it looks like 6-7 doesn't want to fight it that bad. They want to kind of group up towards short. We have Oats all the way pushed up. They're going to know this is an A hit, so it really matters where the kills come through. Dash in, gets
no
that
shots.
first pick onto Wilkes.
Tagged up
People
101
with
though.
shorties in this smoke, by the way.
Plant tap coming in. Wicked does find the first, and Heartache finds the second. Those shorties cleared out. The plant's going to come down, and both of these flankers should be noted momentarily. We'll see how much value we can find.
Standing.
Just some damage tag up there, and Oats with her chamber ultimate popped is going to be left alone in a 1v5. This just feels undoable.
I love this gun!
He's going to be able to just pick off one right now, but it looks like the team kind of wants to hunt her down. You see Arctic pushing up short. I mean, Brayden somehow wrapping around B right now. And it's kind of the same story as last run. Yeah, we have these valuable flanks. We have all this valuable info, but if you can't hold the site, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, and I think at this point, Oats just looking for some exits as Wicked with a team flash onto Wilkes there, and then Heartache does clean up the round finally. Excuse me, DD Blaster, not Wilkes. But 11 rounds on the board, 2 more to close out this Haven. They've looked very strong on these rifle rounds on attack, Aura Farmers have. And 6-7, they need to make something happen now. They're running out of time.
Yeah, I mean, now's the time to kind of come alive. And I just wanted to see, like, what would you do here if you're the defense side on 6-7? I mean, things haven't really been working. They had a bit of a harder first half. So how do you combat this? I mean, it looks like they kind of just want to take the fight to them. We have like a triple push mid. Is this what you would call?
Yeah, I think this is pretty much exactly what I would call in this situation.
Yeah.
I mean, you have that double duelist, so you want to find the fights. They've been trying to find it towards A, and it just hasn't been working out. So this mid fight is a great adjustment as Zepset finds one. Heartache with the trade, though. They're just going to continue fighting forward. That Sky Flash was great there. It's going to put Zepset alone in a corner, but fights his way out. Finds 3 now on the round as the res coming out from Heartache. Drone
And
coming
he's
through.
still there, still staying in that cubby.
Finally put down by Kazi. It's a 3v3 now. They're going to accelerate towards B because of this Clovo. Who's looking to find one, doesn't
Player
check.
standing.
Trades
One
back and
enemy
forth. DD
remaining.
Blaster makes it a 1v1. The plant tap comes in at full HP. Oats has walked through into bottom mid at this point. Smoke not going to give away her positioning quite yet. But I believe Demantle, he's considered it. He's thinking about it, but he's not checking the cubby.
Yeah. I don't know if he knows that she's going to be so close. I mean, we do know that she is the C player predominantly.
Here she comes
Cap.
again. She's looking for the timing.
Spike
Spots him out.
planted.
I don't think she's been noted quite yet, but the mantle slipped around backside. A game of cat and mouse happening right now.
Yeah, just circling along the site, and he's got to turn around, but it's not quick enough. Oats was already able to walk in. Well played by Oats. Good timing. Caught a couple timings there on that mid clear and on the wraparound of box.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
if you lose that clutch, it's over. So really, really good round out of Oats to
that's
to win
twice
that.
now that
One
we've seen
bullet
Oats
round.
come in with the
That should be
backstab
enough.
onto Demantle
Yeah.
in the 1v1. I don't
Yeah.
think it'll happen again. I think he might be permanently aware of his wrap at this
Yeah.
point. I mean, just
Yeah, 100%.
really well played. Zebsep had some great shots out in the mid, finding
Yeah,
3 on the
Zebsep,
round.
Wow.
Really
3
important.
in mid. And with that double duelist, okay, if we talk about like the Euro ISO comp on this map, like another double duelist, you do have to walk down a lot. You do have to take a lot of fights. So I think that they're kind of realizing that where, okay, if we want to win on this defensive path, we're gonna have to fight them. We're gonna have to go and look for those duels because like our utility's not gonna be able to cut it.
Yeah, and the response out from Aura Farmers is just to speed up into C, and Oates with the reposition. TP on top site does find the opener on Brayden. The Race Rocket coming out, doesn't find any, but DD Blaster has killed his teammate. Meanwhile, Weekday finds one through the smoke and completely shut down the C exit.
Yeah, I mean that chamber TP there onto the top of the box. You don't
Last
see that
player
too often,
standing.
but it's very creative. And it looks like, I mean, DD Blaster is just gonna be trying to do a 1v5. He's gonna get one and a dink, but not able to get any more. Another great C hold. We talked about how we thought that C might be weak, but it looks really hard to take. Brayden is still not able to get into that entry through Oates. That's the second time she's killed that entry, and then the Raze comes, nades, pops her ult, kills another. So this C hold is not looking as easy as we thought it would be. Maybe that's a little bit of an oversight on our part. And Oates has been having these creative TPs. She peaked on the bottom and then TP'd up, and that's I would not personally expect that. So very creative out of her.
100%, and I think it was a great game plan from Aura Farmers, recognizing, hey, this mid presence is something that they're trying to fight for heavily. Let's speed up into C, and it was just Oates and Weekday over towards that side of the map, but they just weren't able to find any kind of entry space, just completely denied out there. So they're gonna re-wrap and work towards, you know, the classic, towards mid.
Ooh.
Waiting for Zebzep to push up. Wicked catches him with his pants down there.
Kind of a free C-site on the judge over here.
Yeah, Kazi finds a second as well, and Wilkes does find one, but I think it might be for not as a 4v2 here. The plant's going to come down. I think the save call might be coming out from 6-7 already, recognizing that money not in the best spot right now. They're going to look to play with four opportunities to close out this map for Aura Farmers.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough round. I mean, Wilkes is 1 HP. Yeah, you can see he kind of turns around there. It's leaning over towards A. Definitely going to be a save. They do have this op coming into the next round. Aura Farmers has KJ ult for this next take, and honestly, it is going to be 12-8. But Aura Farmers have honestly seemed very in control of the pace of this game, even coming in from the first half into this half. They seem like they definitely have a good grasp on how they want to play it, where they want to come from. 6-7 has had some good rounds, some flashes in the pan for sure, but it seems like Aura Farmers has just had control of this whole map.
Oh, there's going to be contact potentially towards C. Oates might be looking at an exit frag here. Does find the shot onto Wicked, and TP's back, but Brayden was waiting for the TP. The op is going to be lost into that last round.
That op. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get some light armors out here. I mean, Oates is not even... Oates is going to have a chamber dig, a mini guardian.
Oh, that shot just went wide into mid. It triggered Zebzep to try and dash up, but there were two players just waiting for him.
Yeah, well played round out of the Aura Farmers here. And now, I mean, 12-8, it's going to be very hard. 4 rounds, you have to win all 4 coming up here. So we're going to see if they bring any unique strategies into this, but it looks like it's kind of the same default that they've been doing.
Yeah, Bloodhound did get a little adventurous towards mid, kind of standing out in the open here with the smoke. Side smoke coming down, maybe trying to fake like there isn't a player short. Zebzep finds the pick onto Kazi to open up this round so far.
I mean, Zebzep again trying to put this team back. He's been such a good player. Over peaks into the op though. This run's going to come through. Second op pick for Brayden. I mean, we have Jet opping on attack. I don't know what's going on. And we're going to be able to get a plant here.
4v3 now.
Is going to have a bit of a flank, but it's okay, hold up. 3v3 coming into this round. We have a 3-prong.
Is he going to walk into the op? He walks into the op long. He's going to get taken down. That's 3 on the round now for Brayden. It's going to force this 3v2.
And you know he's going to want to keep peeking.
Last player
Whoa, and that Weekday launching in, going to get taken down, and DD Blaster cleans up the last, and that is going to do it for our first map here. Aura Farmers taking care of business against 6-7.
Yeah, great map out of them. Great map out of them. And 6-7 definitely had some potential there. They had a couple good rounds, a couple good ideas, but it really just looked like Aura Farmers was controlling that whole game. I mean, we're going to see Heartache 27-12, Brayden 17-11 with 7 first bloods. I mean, when you have that sort of duo, both of them are fragging like that, it's going to be really hard to play against.
And I do want to point out for the viewers at home, team captain of Aura Farmers, Yoshi, not present. So the super sub from Wicked coming out, you know, that wasn't even the prime form for Aura Farmers. So they look fantastically strong thus far early into the stages of day 1 here.
Yeah, they looked great. I mean, Wicked is a good guy, very good support player. 12 assists out of him, so good job from him to come in and fill that spot, fill that captain spot. And I'm really excited to see once they have their full team. I mean, if this is how they're going to play with a sub, I'm super hyped to see once they have their full 5.
Yeah, great. That was map number 1 for us so far. We're going to go to a short break here before we jump into the second round. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.